Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword. Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
It's good to spend some time on solid land.
I have a lot of respect for Ambar's Frendar, but his views are a little extreme. I'm a dark elf and I live in Windhelm, so yes, I live in the Grey Quarter. You must be new around here, or you'd know they don't let my kind live anywhere outside that slum. Take care, friend.
After what happened to those other women, I'm worried about my own safety.
No one bought any flowers again today.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices. Of course working for Bolfrida isn't my first choice, but what else can a Dunmer do out here? Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Smell that fresh air? Truly, this is a good place to play a song. For a generous fellow traveler. But of course, what would you like to hear? Ysmir's blessing on
I
you.
thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong.
Our hero,
The Grey Quarter
takes
is
a
not much to look at
warrior's
now,
heart.
but it wasn't always so bad.
I
It
tell
was a
you, the
pleasure.
Dragonborn comes. With a voice-wielding
How
power
splendid.
of the
Another
ancient
Nord.
sword art. Believe,
None of that matters to me.
believe the
Until someone
Dragonborn
takes a
comes.
Dunmer, I'll let Windhelm deal with its
an
own
end to
problems.
the evil of all Skyrim's foes.
Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find the time. Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind, so we came west. Windhelm was the first city on that road, and here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. If you need another drink, it'll be right here.
Smell that fresh air? Truly, this is a good place to play a song.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a... The Grey Quarter's not much to look at now, but it wasn't always so bad.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Good to see you. Finally, someone useful is around. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come again.
If you need anything, come see me. I'm as resourceful as I am discreet.
If you've got some time, stop by my House of Curiosities. I promise you'll see wonders.
Honored to see you again, my Thane. I am your sword and your shield. Of course. What room would you like me to furnish? Very good. I'll make all the arrangements. Of course. What room would you like me to furnish? Very good. I'll make all the arrangements. Of course. What room would you like me to furnish? Very good. I'll make all the arrangements.
Well met, kinsman.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, everything. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Ah, hello, my Nord friend. In the market for some hunting supplies? Take a look. Thank you very much for your business.
welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I've got a clean mug around here. Somewhere. Got some fresh baked bread and good cheese if you're after a bite to eat. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.
You hear the news? There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthor, to the northwest.
Ulfric won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same.
If he's not with us, he's
Excellent.
against us.
You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
They all know that.
How long
For Ulfric?
are you going to
Well,
wait?
nothing official. Known him for years. He seems to value my thoughts, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really have a mind for war, and I think he likes having an untrained opinion from time to time. Grew up here. Cold as that moor, but that just grows the beard sticker. Lot of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky time to be alive. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
I'm not sure you belong here, friend.
Talos guide you.
I remember you. You were at Helgen with us. Come to join the war. Speak with Galmar. He handles the new recruits. I'm sorry to hear that. If you change your mind, speak with Galmar. What does bring you to me? Not entirely true, though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards, given enough ambition and dedication. My shouting Torque to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him. We're fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Nords died defending the Empire against the Dominion. And for what? Skyrim being sold to the Thalmor so the Emperor could keep his throne. We're fighting because our own Jarls, once strong, wise men, have become fearful and blind to the people's suffering. We're fighting because Skyrim needs heroes, and there's no one else but us. I killed Toruk to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend himself? Indeed, Elisif has become Jarl of Solitude. Historically and conveniently home of the High King, backed by Imperial interests. But the Moot has not yet met to name her High Queen. And they won't. Not as long as I have any say in it. There hasn't been a true High King in Skyrim for generations. For too long, he's been hand-picked by the Emperor and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls addicted to Imperial coin. It's time we had a real High King, one of our own making. My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during my imprisonment after the Markarth incident. I, his only son, forced to deliver his eulogy via letter I had smuggled out of prison, such is the love of Titus meat for his subjects. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, at one with my own grief and anger, clamoring in angry voices, calling out for justice, for war. They sat me on the throne of Ysgramor, the throne of my father. I only hope I can prove worthy of that honor. The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim silver makes them fierce, but rest assured, we'll win the Reach and wrest it from their greedy paws. Soon enough, we will march on Solitude, and on that day the heroes of Sovngarde will march with us, and the Empire will fall to its knees in fear. Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Fight or die well.
Die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their family.
I've spent Talos created the Empire. You'd think they'd show him more respect.
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people. Impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.